The Oakland County prosecutor is looking at all of the evidence tonight in the case of 3 Pontiac kids abandoned for years.
Evidence like these disturbing photos of their living conditions. They'll be used to make charging decisions.
The investigation also uncovered gaps in the school code that allowed the kids to be absent for so long without alarm.
7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cast is digging into a proposed change in state law that might have made a difference. Brett?
Well, formal charges have not yet been filed against the mother, but Oakland County prosecutor Karen McDonald tells us tonight that this is a top priority and they are still combing through several gigabytes of evidence. Meanwhile, Sheriff Bouchard is calling for a change in state law.
I have never in my 60 years of living heard of nobody not checking on nobody.
It's a case that shocked Metro Detroit. 3 young siblings found in soiled clothes, abandoned for years, living in a home filled with mold, trash, and feces.
You wouldn't do this to an animal, let alone your child.
Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard revealed that besides their mother, it appears no one knew about the kids' situation. They were left without hygiene supplies, and food was only periodically delivered. The sisters, ages 12 and 13, were sleeping on pizza boxes, and their 15-year-old brother was the only one who went outside just twice in 5 years.
How did we lose 3 kids? How'd they fall through the system?
Sheriff Bouchard says the kids hadn't been enrolled in school since 2020, and miscommunication caused them to fall through the cracks.
A school district, in this case, received a request for records from another school in Pontiac, but no verification the children ever moved to that school. And so at some point, when they didn't show up, they were just dropped off the enrollment of the school that sent the transcripts. So no one knew that they were nowhere.
Bouchard says he's now talking to a state lawmaker to sponsor a bill in Lansing that he says could prevent this from happening again.
Before a child is unenrolled, they have to obtain written confirmation that child's someplace else. That doesn't happen now.
I've talked to a few of my colleagues already, those who are on these relevant committees, the education committee and whatnot. And this is a concept that's worth exploring.
State Senator Jeremy Moss represents Pontiac, and while he hasn't heard directly from Bouchard, he says he's open to the idea.
If the sheriff, as he has more information about this investigation, believes that this is the gap, this is something that would have prevented this situation, then yes, we should absolutely be exploring, is this something that we can strengthen in the law?
We can do all we can on the federal level to mitigate this, the state level, and even the local level. But we need our community to come back. We need that village again.
The 3 children are now safe with a relative. The mother is still in custody, and the sheriff's office has set up a fundraiser that you can donate to for these kids. We'll have a link on our website, WXYZ.com. In Pontiac, I'm Brett Cast, 7 News Detroit.